Michael Jordan, His Majesty, GOAT. There are many legendary moments in the legendary career of Michael Jordan, who is regarded as the greatest basketball player of all time by almost everyone who has or has not had the chance to watch him play. However, none is as iconic as his performance in Game 5 of the 1997 NBA Finals, known as the Flu Game. Michael Jordan's performance on this stage, the ultimate peak of basketball, demonstrates not only his extraordinary talent, but also his willpower and relentless spirit that made even his teammates at the time fear him. Let's witness this historic day in a way that everyone can learn from. In 1997, Chicago Bulls from the East and Utah Jazz from the West faced each other in the NBA Finals. In the finals played as a 7-game series, the series was tied 2-2, making Game 5 critical for both teams. The stakes were incredibly high. Winning Game 5 would give the winner a significant advantage, and only one more win was needed to secure the championship. The Bulls, led by Jordan, were aiming for their 5th championship in the last 7 years, while the Jazz, with stars like Karl Malone and John Stockton, were fighting for their first title. The pressure on John Stockton and Karl Malone, who hadn't won a championship in years and were almost old, was immense, and the stage was set for a crucial matchup in Salt Lake City. But as the Bulls prepared for this crucial game, an unexpected problem arose. Unlike other great athletes he was compared to, MJ did not take good care of himself before the games. He did not sacrifice his habits, especially gambling, alcohol and cigars. Before the 5th match, MJ, who was playing cards with his friends in his room at night, decided to order pizza. And when the pizza arrived, he was the one who ate the most, which is why Jordan's symptoms such as dehydration, weakness and stomach pain were not seen in anyone else and made the whole incident look like food poisoning. It was also quite possible that such an incident could have happened, because at that time, the NBA was not very good at taking protective measures for players, and sometimes demonstrations were organised in front of hotels without the intervention of the city police, prevent players from sleeping. Nevertheless, during and after the game, in order not to spread the idea that Michael Jordan was not taking care of himself, it was not said that he had food poisoning. It was said that he had a little fever and flu. On the 11th of June 1997, when the game started, Jordan did not look like himself. He looked like he was struggling with more than just the flu. His usual energy and agility seemed drained, and his every move seemed like a struggle. Yet from the moment he stepped onto the court, it was clear that Jordan had only one thing on his mind: to win and defeat his opponents as he had done so many times before. Jordan's physical condition worsened as the game progressed. Timeouts were spent with him, slumped on the bench, eyes closed, gasping for breath. Yet every moment he was on the court, he was a force to be reckoned with. The image of Scottie Pippen helping a visibly exhausted and slumped Jordan off the court during a timeout became an enduring symbol of the game. Although Jordan later stated that he had food poisoning in the Last Dance documentary and in other media, it is not known what happened that day, and there are those who argue that such behaviour could have been motivated by Jordan's desire to create an enemy in his own mind and defeat him, as this was something he constantly did in his career to players like Reggie Miller and Isaiah Thomas. The game was a hard-fought battle. The Jazz, with the support of their home crowd, were relentless. Not only the fans, but also the players were on the edge due to their excitement caused by being able to defeat his airness. But Jordan, despite his illness, performed as usual, almost perfect. He scored 38 points, grabbed 7 rebounds and dished out 5 assists. His most memorable moment was when he hit a critical three-pointer in the final seconds to put the Bulls ahead, and then Karl Malone insisted on fouling him, and they got an empty basket with 6 seconds left. The Flu Game is more than a testament to Michael Jordan's talent. It is an example of his sheer will and dedication. The fact that he played despite such a major health problem and led his team to victory demonstrated his legendary competitive spirit and determination, which he later added that there was hardly any other player with such a competitive spirit, with the exception of Kobe. This game confirmed Jordan's reputation not only as a great player, but also as a relentless fighter who could overcome any obstacle. It was a defining moment in his career, enabling him to win his 5th championship and adding to the narrative surrounding his legacy. For fans and players alike, the flu game represents the ultimate peak of athletic determination and excellence. Michael Jordan's flu game remained one of the most legendary performances in sports history, despite being an average performance for Michael Jordan. But with this game's contribution, he went on to win the next game and the next year's championship as well. He used games and narratives like this to fuel his team's success. It captured the essence of what makes a champion: talent, determination, and desire to win no matter the circumstances, and being able to manage the narrative in order to use it as the fuel that makes a champion. Looking back to that unforgettable night in 1997, we remember the incredible heights that can be reached through perseverance and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Thanks to the drama that unfolded in that match, it has become a lasting memory, even for people who did not have the opportunity to watch the match and were born after the match. In this way, his legacy was not only passed on to his close generations, but also to the people who would start watching basketball many years after him. What do you think about Michael Jordan's flu game? Do you think it is one of the most important moments of his career? How would you handle a similar situation? We would like to know in the comments section below.
The inbounds, and the Chicago Bulls have defeated the Utah